Mahdi, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us, for calling in today.
Hi.
Good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Mahdi. I'm from Iran, and so good to be here.
I see you've got the Iranian flag there behind you. That's the lion.
Yeah, it's the real one, not the fake one.
That's the flag from before the Islamic State took over from the Shah, right?
Yeah, and this is something that I think many people do not know. They think this is for the Shah, but this is just like a flag of Iran for like hundreds of years. I think more than like 300, 400 years.
Wow.
But because they have problems with like Shah and Pahlavi and these kind of things, they say it's for him. So, but no, this is a real flag of Iran.
I mean, it's the great Persian culture. There's just so much rich history and culture from Persia. And by the way, I've met a ton of Persian people, and they're all
I grew up with
terrific.
Persian people. My neighbors that I spent almost all the time with were Persian, and some of my best friends. So I love Persian people.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have you here. And so basically, there's a few things I want to talk to you about. First of all, the iDubbbz stuff that we just watched. And then also, I really want to talk to you about what's happening in Iran right now to raise awareness and hopefully see what things we can do to help, because I know you've been heavily trying to spread awareness on.
Yeah, so like the reason that I'm here is mostly because there's so much like propaganda about like what's happening inside Iran right now. And the things that I get from my friends, like first of all, there's a huge blackout there.
Yes.
And I only have like connection with one or two of my friends who have like Starlink and they are legally connected to internet. And the things that I hear is so different than many of these medias is just like trying to present. They're just like thousands. Like the last number that I've heard is 16,000 people dead.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's more than that. Like it's way more than that. Based on the clips that I have seen, it's way more than that. And I really pray this is the last number that we hear. But it's a massacre. Like it's just like they call it a Persian Holocaust or something. Like they're literally killing people just because they are against the regime. That's all. That's all they're doing. Like they don't have any other thing that they need to be killed for.
I've been following it pretty closely, and the 16,000 figure is from doctors and hospitals reporting it together. And what's scary about that is a lot of the people that were injured, they know that if they go to the hospital, they've been going to the hospital. The government's been going there
And killing
people that are injured because they're like, oh, you're a protester. You were injured in the protest. So you're clearly.
I heard that some people that are injured are afraid to even go to the hospital.
Yeah. So so the number surely has to be much higher than that. Is your friends and family okay? Is everyone you know okay over there?
I haven't heard of my family members like for like the last 10 days. Like I do not know anything about them, but I have lost friends, and I actually see their pictures on the news that, oh, this was my friend, I lost him. So this is the only way that I'm getting news from there.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's horrible. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. How are you doing, like emotionally? I mean, that's really devastating.
I have like, it's just like a weird feeling that I had never felt the guilt to be alive for something that I have never done. Like I'm just like feeling guilty that I'm just like living here, nothing is happening to me, and my friends, family members all are going through there. It's just like a really weird feeling that I'm just like, I feel like I'm paralyzed. I'm not working, I'm not doing, I'm just like looking at the news to see what happens. And one thing that I'm really scared of is that if all these like thousands of people's blood go to waste and nothing happens after that, because like there's something like many people think that this is the first time that we're trying to have a revolution, but since 1979 we have had many of them. But each year that we have these revolutions, the amount of people that they kill is getting more. So if it doesn't stop here, I'm sure the next time is going to be 100,000 people. So it definitely needs to be stopped. I'm really worried about that.
How evil, how evil are these people that they have so little value for life. I don't know a lot about Islam, but I can't imagine that slaughtering your own countrymen is okay in Islam, right? Like, it's just, I don't even know if you're Islamic, or if you're religious at all, but they just seems like such evil, hypocritical tyrants.
Yeah, so the reason and their ideology is that if you want me to play a clip of them, I can do that too. But I found a clip of the leader, who is just like behind all this. He was saying that killing is bad, but sedition is worse than that. So
Oh,
this is their ideology. If you're against us, you're against God. So you need to be killed. That's all. And that's what makes it really worse, because you know that these people who are killing them are not feeling bad. They're feeling that they're going to heaven just by like killing or even dying. That is the mindset that you can't fight with. Like either they kill or die, they're going to heaven in their ideology. So you can't do anything about that.
it
And that's
does
really
seem
scary.
that the G-men, the government men who are doing all the violence, seem to be doing it with joy. I've noticed they're very enthusiastic about it, which is, as you said, really disturbing.
Yeah, and worse than that, they have imported like around 5,000, 6,000 militias from Iraq, from Pakistan and stuff. They're just like they're militias from like Shabi and these kind of groups. And it like my country is literally invaded right now by people who are not even Iranians, and they're killing us. So
God.
this is just like too much.
What's the news you've heard from your friends that makes you think it's worse than what we're hearing here? Or like, what's the disconnect between what you hear here in the media versus what you hear on the ground there?
Okay, so the numbers that I hear from my friends, so they can be connected to each other by like text message, but I can only get connected to one of them. So based on the things that he told me is that the numbers that we have seen in Tehran is like thousands of people, like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people only in Tehran. And I have another friend in Isfahan who told him that like the number, we have the same exact number. We're just like trying so hard to find our the corpse of our loved ones, and it takes like hours to go through all the corpses out there.
Yeah.
So based on the multiple cities that I have, Tehran, Isfahan, Mashhad, all these are going to be 16,000 at least. So we do not have any news from other cities, and that's the exact reason they have shut down the internet, because they want this to just like die down. And I really hope they connect the internet, because I've heard some news that this is going to be a permanent blackout.
I saw that too, that they are talking about potentially not bringing back the internet.
Yeah, I mean, that keeping the internet down is the only thing saving them right now. If we had like unrestricted access to see what was going on there, people would be outraged. And the only reason I feel like America isn't intervening to help the protesters is because people haven't been confronted with how horrific it actually is. If they were able to see that, I think opinions would change a lot about what's happening there. We have a Muslim man here. And you sent me a note. I know that sounds weird.
No. I didn't want to interrupt, but yeah, I was just.
You can say it. I can read it, or you can say it.
Islam, you're killing is forbidding. There's a line in the Quran that says to take one life is as if you've taken the life of all of humanity. You're only allowed to fight if you're being oppressed in a way in which you can't practice your religion or something along those lines. And of course, that's where people take advantage.
They wrote a lot in between the lines there.
Yeah, they take advantage of that line and will say, well, you're fighting for your religion, so it's okay.
We're being oppressed. Therefore, we can kill everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand you brought some clips and stuff you wanted to share, which I really want to just raise awareness and help as much as we can. And so you said you have some stuff you want to screen share.
Yeah, there are some, but they're mostly about what actually people are going through in my country, because I saw some like really disturbing clips from like a streamer that I did not even know of him, but it was just like really disturbing that, and I wanted to like share some clips.
By the way, that's perfect. I want to address the propaganda. I want to sit with someone who's from Iran, who just came here from Iran, and tell people what's really going on there, because there's a lot of just absolutely disgusting, ignorant, chauvinistic, racist takes, like iDubbbz, for example, who we'll talk about later because it's less important than what we're talking about now. But I think this is really important. So I'd love to do it.
Yeah, first of all, I just wanted to thank you for like giving me the opportunity to just like raise awareness about what actually people are going through, because I really feel bad when some people say, oh, it's because of the US sanctions. If they lift the sanctions, everything is going to be fine. No, it's not all about economics. Like if tomorrow the sanctions are going to be lifted, people still want a regime change, because it's not all about money. It's about like the things, the human rights that people are having in most of the world and we're not having. So the
Yeah.
first clip that I wanted to show you is it might be like something really, really normal to you guys, but let me just send a request to share my screen.
May I ask, how come your English is like fluent? How did you train yourself?
I was actually an English teacher when I was in Iran.
Ah.
So yeah, that's how I got to meet my wife as well.
Oh, that's awesome. So you learned that all within Iran?
Yes.
Because your accent and everything is that's really impressive. Good for you. That's
I
awesome.
appreciate it. So this is the first clip that I wanted to show you. This is a normal clip. Somebody, a woman is playing the violin, okay? So just see what happens.
Is it okay? Yeah, it's going. Is that scratchy or stuttery? Is that the video or?
Yeah, it's just like a bit low
Okay.
quality. You see that?
Yeah, I see they approached her. The few police approached her. And this is what they call the morality police, right?
Yeah, just see the handcuff. Just because of playing the violin. And imagine I've seen these things in person before coming here. And everybody is in shock, like what actually happened. But I compare this to some people saying, oh, this is just like eye rolly. This is just like over the top. No, it's not. This is what our people are going through. And you can even find a news article about it. If you don't want to like Google it, you can just like watch these clips. These are real clips. And again, filming an officer is a crime in my country as well.
Oh.
So
That's why when you see these clips, it's so far, it's just like blurry or something like that.
Wow.
Like I know some people are not gonna like it, but I still get really like excited when I can go to an officer and say, what is your name and badge number? Like I get
Right.
like, I can do that. Like I can really do that. I can film an officer. Like these are like huge. And this is not because I'm trying to say America is perfect, but this is something that I did not have and I have it here. And I really enjoy it. And I don't think people should take this for granted as well.
Well, regarding the lady playing the violin, how do we know she didn't just stab someone off camera? Is what Ian would say, probably. Yeah.
As a woman, I especially cannot imagine what you guys are going through there, because for women, it's just so scary.
I mean, there's been a lot of big news stories. There was one recently of this girl who wasn't wearing her hijab correctly, and she was beaten to death, And that caused actually a lot of protesting in Iran too, if I recall correctly.
Exactly. Her name was Mahsa Amini, and she was just like she was not even from Tehran. She was from other cities, but she was here. She was there in Tehran for just like a quick visit, and they arrested her. And if you Google her name and see what kind of clothes she was wearing actually wearing really, really, really decent, but her scarf was not the thing that they wanted. So they got her and they beat her to death, and they did not even like say that, oh, we did that. They said no, she just died by herself.
And when stuff like this happen, it's hard for people outside of Iran to know what's in the heart of the average Iranian, because people like Hassan Piker, I don't know if you know, I've heard him saying stuff to try to defend the regime horrifically, unforgivably, in my opinion. He says stuff like, hey, listen, lots of people still support the regime. Like when you're out there supporting the protesters, you're not even taking into account that a bunch of people actually want the Islamic State to continue. So what is the heart of like the average Iranian when something like that happens? Is that a big story? Is that kind of story able to spread throughout Iran, even in the media?
Okay, so when you're talking about Iranians, you have to know that if you are against the regime, you will not have a voice, like not at all. No news, no social media, nothing. If you talk about them, they're gonna get you. Okay, so the only videos that come out of Iran is from the regime's propaganda, their cameras and stuff. Like even CNN, when CNN goes there, it just only like film the crowds who are like the pro-regime. So you only see that, and I'm really okay to say that yes, the regime has some followers, and I have even like some in my family members as well. But there are maybe like 10 million, 15 million, and that's enough to be like a huge crowd. But Iran is 90 million
Wow.
people
Huge
country.
country.
That's huge.
A huge country.
Yeah.
So yes, you can just like always film these 10 million people who are your supporters, who are just like chanting death to America, burning the US flag, but you're not seeing us, the 80 million who is against them. And also one reason you may not notice that the first nights of these protests, they were always like light, you could see how many people got there. But because they do not want the world to see this many crowd, they just like turned off the light, and that's why people turn on the flashlights to see like we are so many millions of people were there. So to make it short, to answer your question, there are millions. Most of the people are against the regime. We have tried to show it in any ways. Like we stopped like going to vote for them because they said if we are bad, then why are people voting for us?
We keep winning.
So we stopped that. Yeah, and we stopped as soon as we heard that, we stopped voting, and the amount of people that go and vote is like around 40%, according to their data, even. So 60% on their data, and as someone who came from there, 80 million people are just like against what they're doing.
And so, when you get together, are you able to talk about like the regime negatively? When you're with your friends and you know you're like-minded, is there like secret police type of fear, or are you guys comfortable speaking, being honest with how your feelings amongst each other?
Okay, so this is a really interesting question because they're like CIA version of the regime does not work like really smart. It just like have some people inside the people. So people are just like sometimes scared of each other. They're scared of like the taxi driver. They're scared of like their friends.
Strangers.
Because that's how they get their information. That's how you get arrested. So people, if they know each other, they always talk about it. But if they don't know each other, they try to just like keep it quiet and not talk about it, because there's always a chance that that person is working for the government.
So if you're with the taxi and he's like, man, the regime is terrible, what it's doing, and you're like, yeah, would you just stay silent?
Most of it, if I do not know that person, I would be like, it is what it is. That's it.
Yes.
Just to not put myself in danger.
Yeah. That's what it's like. People like an Anisa and iDubbbz, they don't know. They really think that everywhere is like America and Canada, the only places they've lived, and they laugh at you. When you come here and share your experience and you tell stories like this, they laugh at you.
Exactly. Like let me tell you something that if they hear, they're going to be like, oh, that is not possible, but I have heard and seen that person in person. There's a guy named Hossein Shambezadeh. You can even Google him. He's sentenced to 12 years in prison just because of putting a dot under the Twitter of the Supreme Leader. You can even Google it. He's still in prison, just putting a dot.
So he was managing social media for the government?
No. He actually, Hossein was a guy who criticized the leader a couple of times. They arrested him. They said, you need to keep it quiet. You need to shut up. And they released him after a while. And after that, what he did only was he put a dot under a post of the Supreme Leader of Iran as like something that, nothing, this is just a dot. But they took that dot as something that you are disrespecting the leader, and he is sentenced to 12 years to prison just because of putting a dot. And that's huge. Like if somebody asks you, like, why are you here? I just put a dot in somebody's Twitter.
Masha
Is that crazy?
Amini. Oh, wrong person. I mean, there's tons of examples like this if you just want to look. Oh, you sent me. Is this the post?
Yeah, I sent you the tweet that he's.
Oh, we have the actual tweet.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Or it's a screenshot of it, but yeah.
For some reason, our internet is just slow loading today.
It's a little funky, yeah.
We're getting there. So here it is. It's just a period.
Yeah.
He responded to this
literally
post.
just a dot, like
Just a dot.
Yeah.
He ratioed them with just a dot, so they arrested him.
That is...
Yeah. It might have been the ratio. Yeah.
He's still in prison right now.
What a fucking piece of shit, dude. What assholes. Like, to sit here in America, from the comfort of America, and to take their freedoms for such granted that they would laugh at you. To call you like, oh, you're an America simp because you see people dancing and you feel liberated that somebody can dance on the street. It's just detestable. It's just, to me, it's one of the most ignorant things I've ever seen. It really is just so gross.
Exactly. Like when my wife watched that, she may not like me to say that, but she cried and she said, these people do not know anything about it. But I really went deeper and thought about it. I was like, I really hate the regime in Iran, but if somebody from North Korea, which is more oppressed, or somebody from like a country that they're in total hunger, come to Iran, even under that regime, and they say, oh, there is freedom here. I can find food. I can find I can have social media. Then I'm going to be like, yes, that's their freedom. That's good. I'm not going to make fun of them. I'm not going to be like, oh, this regime has morality police. This regime is corrupt. Their freedom is so different than me. So there is no way that I'm going to laugh at them. I do not know why, like what is actually going through people's mind. Maybe they have like problems with the U.S. or something. Let me just make another example. Like I wrote a book in English. This is why my English is good. So this is a book that I wrote with my wife. And whatever you want to make under that regime, there is a ministry called Ministry of Culture and Guidance. You have to send whatever you make. If it's a book, if it's a movie, even if it's a song, you have to send them, and they will go through page by page, word by word, and you have to pay them for that. Oh, so they accept that whatever you're just like publishing is aligned with the regime and stuff. So I send them there, like, this is an educational book. I was just like, this is about expression and slang. Do you know what they said? I even have like the PDF if you want me to share with you. They said, take out all the pictures with dogs in the book.
What?
Because it's a sign of Western culture.
Wow.
Take out all the word that they say boyfriend, girlfriend. Take out pickup lines. Let me just share it if I can.
Yeah,
so,
I'd love to see that.
Let me just. So this is Telegram. As you can see, this is like for March 2024, and
your emoji game's crazy.
Telegram is the most.
Or is it just open? I've never seen so many emojis on screen.
Yeah. Okay. So here it is. FML needs to be deleted. Shut the fuck up needs to be deleted. All the dog pictures need to be deleted. Remove the picture of the woman hairdresser from the book. Remove the woman and the man shaking hands. Wow. I don't know what this was about. Date somebody, boyfriend, pop the question, pickup line, girlfriend, all this. I was like, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm gonna delete all that because I have worked on this book a lot. But at the end of the day, I sent them the cover of the book, and they said, this woman needs to be in hijab. I was like, she's not even Muslim. This is like a cartoon picture. This is not even a real picture. This is my wife. She's not even Muslim. She's Christian. How can I make her wear hijab? She said, no, you can't. We can't put that. We can't legally print your book. So I got to a point that I did not print an educational book for my people inside my country.
You gave up on publishing it.
Yeah, I just like published it myself, like illegally.
Wow.
And got it, gave it to my students. And it's not even like
you wrote it for your students?
Yeah, like I printed it myself in just like in a legal way. This is not a legal book now.
Do you know?
Because you didn't go through that.
Is there any way people in Iran can access it, or it's just not accessible to them?
Yeah, I actually have like a page and on Instagram. Anyone who wants the book, they can just like get the book and DM and get the book. But I can't sell it in like a bookstore or something like that. It's illegal.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'd like to do if you're up for it? I have a compilation of all the crazy, chauvinistic, horrible things Ian and Anisa said. And I would like to watch it with you if that's okay. And you can kind of and you can respond to all their claims. I thought that'd be helpful.
Yeah, that would be okay.
Okay, cool. So let me pull this up here. This is oh, still didn't process? Hold on, I gotta download it. Has it been nice seeing a lot of support though? I mean, there's been a lot of people who have been critical of them. I don't know if you use Reddit or if you know about that, but like this big thread on live stream fails was a ton of people just really coming down on them.
Yeah, I actually got to know them through that Reddit, and I even like went deeper, and it was really funny that he was trying to find the things that I said on like a YouTube videos, like going into the city and just like see, oh, he was lying. Everyone is like different here. That was so weird.
Is this it? I already downloaded it. Is this it, AB? Okay, so let me see, because we just watched this. No, I haven't seen this part. This is the one with the cat.
Okay, then that's it.
This is the right one?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the first part. We'll go clip by clip. I'll play it and then we can talk about it. If you want me to pause, just start talking.
Yeah,
I'll pause it.
Can we just focus on their picture only?
100%. Yep. I'll zoom in on
possible.
On their face. Give me 1 sec. How is this being like this? Give me 1 sec. Yeah, Nate, you can do it on yeah. Can you see our stream? You'll see how we have a live switcher who's gonna just crop everything out but their picture.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when you're ready, Nate, and I'll play it. How did you meet your wife? You guys are such a great couple. I really love you guys, and seems so sweet and genuine. Which, by the way, is as someone who's watched that show, is not the norm.
Yeah.
On that show.
So I actually I was an English teacher back there, and I was really trying so hard to just like talk to Americans to improve my English. So she was an English teacher online. I found a website that I could use. So I connected to that website and I got to meet her.
Wow. So you guys met in like a chat room type of thing?
It was for only teachers, and yes, it was banned, but I was kind of like resourceful for like VPNs and stuff. But I made it and talked to her, and
that's amazing.
Only teach.
Love will find a way, man. That's awesome. Are we ready to go, Nate? Okay, no worries.
Yeah, I've heard of something similar with the blurring. I don't know what country it was, but a friend back home was telling me they were watching the Titanic, and they changed the scene where she loses her virginity. They like
that's a pretty adult scene to be fair.
I forget. I think maybe they fast forwarded it and said she was showing that she's a virgin or some shit. I don't know. But
like, the opposite of what happened.
Yeah. By showing I don't fucking know.
Are you talking about in Lebanon?
Yeah.
That's funny. And then they went into the car and talked about how virginity is so important to their faith.
I think that was James Cameron's hand in the shot.
They forgot to
it was
clean the
hand.
window.
Yeah. I thought I saw a Rolex on it.
Yeah, that's it, man.
It'd be nice if I could just zoom, but this fucking thing.
Nate, what's up? He's got it. He's saying he's got it. In the meantime, real quick. Oh, okay. All right, we're ready. Go ahead.
Okay, what happened now? What the hell happened
Cats
now?
love.
Sorry. Dead air.
Oh, cats
There it is.
love.
All right, we're good to go, Nate?
We're good to go.
All right, it's just them.
It's just them.
All right, fantastic. So here's the first take.
Oh, cats love Middle Easterners.
touching a cat, I swear.
That's a strange statement. Just cats love Middle Easterners. It's a strange thing to say, isn't it? Like you guys have a smell or something? Are cats popular in Iran?
They're actually not an inside pet for most of the time, like 99% of the time. Like here, when I go to people's house, 10 like out of 10 people, there's just like at least 2 or 3. It's 0 in my country. Like it's just like so rare to be an inside pet.
Do you guys have any inside pets, or it's just not part of the culture?
Yeah, it's just like really hard to say this because the economy is so bad that people are just like mostly thinking about making themselves like
Right.
Pet is a
Like-
luxury.
Right.
it's just like really hard to think about a pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
First they need
expensive.
to like make
It's another mouth
yeah,
to feed.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Interesting.
It's his first time touching a cat. Okay, I'm sorry. Something's off about this guy. I have never heard a Middle Easterner say something like that before. There's no way.
Now, Anisa and all
She knows everything.
she's met
by
a
the
ton of
way.
Middle Easterners apparently. And by the way, such a generic term. You're from Iran, you're Persian. So what do you think? She's accusing you of lying about never touching a cat. Thank you, Leon.
Okay, so here is the thing. I actually said that it's because of my mother who got sick when she was pregnant, and I actually did not know it's actually a disease that if a pregnant woman touches a cat, there's a chance, there's a name for that.
Yeah, they're supposed to
disease
stay
as
away.
well.
Plasmosis or something?
That's
Yeah,
I believe
exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank
So
you,
yeah,
man.
so that's what my mom
Impressive.
always told me about, and that stuck with me. Like cats are dirty, and I said that. So the mostly it was because of my family, and also with the fact that the chances that you see a cat as an inside cat in my country is just like maybe 1%. So all these together, and also the one thing that I have noticed here is that in the US you do not see as many stray cats. Like
No.
almost yeah. It's just like in my country they're just like everywhere. Like we know cats are as stray cats.
Yeah, there's really, I've lived in countries where it's very normal that there's stray cats.
Yeah.
And here you just don't see that. They get scooped up and then people take them home, and take care of them.
Exactly.
But there's a really big pet culture here. It's just very different. Have you ever known anyone that had a household cat pet?
That's interesting. No, like all my friends, all my family members, I have had friends who had dogs, and that's actually how it was stuck in my head that dogs is not okay in this country, under this regime, because we were like going somewhere and we had a dog. It was my friend's dog in the car, and they pulled us over.
Wow.
So that's when it stuck in my mind that, oh my God, even in the car, it's not okay to keep the dog.
Wow.
So dogs are like a bit more common, but I'm not saying there's not any inside cats, but the chance is like less than 1%.
So you've never seen an inside cat. So the fact
Never.
that you've never pet a cat seems pretty common for the standard Iranian experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you prefer Iranian or Persian? Or does it matter to you? I know that some people have an opinion on that.
It's just like thanks to this Deville regime, when you hear the word Iranian, it's always like something about something bad, like terrorism, this and that. So I really would rather go with like Persian because I don't want that.
I dated a
Negative.
Persian girl, and they were always like, "We're Persian, not Iranian." So they're very much from the same thing. So that's kind of where I learned that from. So okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I actually never really even asked why they do that. So Persian, there it is.
Yeah, but there, I need to add this too. Like, there's a chance that you are Iranian, but you're not Persian. You know what I mean? Because Iranians can be like Kurds, Turks, Baluch, Arabs. Like they're just like other ethnicities.
It's
as
the
well.
ethnicity of the of
Yeah.
the people.
the
from-
nationality, Persian's the ethnicity.
Yeah, the natives, so to speak. Got it.
This is his first time touching a
I
cat.
think he's doing it up.
I'm
So they're such
That's
ignorant
so stupid.
imbeciles.
Oh my God.
They don't know that cat ownership, household cat ownership in Iran is almost non-existent. And probably more people have never touched a cat than the opposite in Iran. And to just sit here and mock you so confidently is such a brazen display of ignorance. It's stunning. And then, I don't know if you've seen it, but I will show it to you. There, at a certain point, they refuse to apologize when they find out that they're wrong about all this shit.
Yeah, and my wife was just like directly talking about them because you know what, people can just like say whatever they want, but when you have like a huge platform like this, you can't just like directly be racist and just like not doing your research and just like this is my opinion. It might not be right, but like it was just like we just like expect something else from somebody who has it like an audience.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes like 1 minute of Googling stuff.
Yeah, it's stunning. They're like they're almost proud of the ignorance, which is funny because they talk about MAGA all the time and how ignorant they are, but they're doing that. They are exhibiting that level of like weaponized, brazen ignorance. It's just stunning to see. By the way, I hope you do. You have a time you need to get out, or you're good?
Yeah, no, I'm okay for now.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Because I'm really enjoying talking to you, and I want to keep going.
Thank you.
By the way, is there anything you want to like promote or anywhere you want people to follow you?
I don't know. I just have like an Instagram page if anyone wants to find me, and just like right now, since I got in the US, I have become a fitness coach. So if you're ever like wanted to just like start a fitness journey or something, you can follow me on Mahdi CPT, MAHDII.CPT.
We'll link that and let's pin it too, so people can go follow that. But were you doing fitness in Iran too? Was that always a thing? I noticed you're pretty jacked, dude.
Appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, I used to do that, but it was not like my job. I used to be an English teacher and also coaching my friends and stuff. But when I got there, it got the opposite. I stopped teaching English and I'm now a trainer.
Where do you train out of? So in case people actually are looking for a trainer, what city?
It's online right now. In the
it's an
beginning,
online
it was
course.
like in the. What's that?
It's an online course.
Yeah. So I just like work with them one-on-one online. But I used to be working like gyms and stuff. Then now I have my own business.
Are gyms popular in Iran? Like just pumping?
So popular.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's segregated, right? I'm assuming.
Yes. They're not mixed.
Wait, can women even go?
Yes, they can go, but it's not mixed. And in some, I'm not saying all of them, but in some of them, they even take the woman's phone so nobody takes pictures or something. So it's for some places it's just like so restricted, but they can definitely go.
Is it like a different building or the same building with two different entrances?
It depends. Sometimes like, for example, my gym, like in the morning it was for like women's, and in the afternoon it was for men. But there are some gyms that are totally for like men and women.
Interesting.
This is his first time touching it.
I think he's doing it up.
I'm sorry. There's no way.
This is my first time touching a cat. Immediately reaches for the cat.
There's cats everywhere.
What? This point is so stupid too. Like, oh, he's clearly hates cats and should be recoiling in fear from them. It's like, bro, he touched the cat. Who gives a fuck? Also, that's your wife's cat, right?
Yeah.
So you live with this cat. You got to be friends with this cat.
Yeah, I actually named her. Juju in Farsi means something that is like cute.
Oh, that's nice. Juju what?
Juju.
Oh, Juju. That's nice.
That's cute.
Yeah, I like that name. So, why didn't you recoil in fear? I guess Ian is wondering.
It was my first time. It was actually my very first time that I was touching a cat, and it was like all the things that I have heard from my mom, all the stray cats that I have seen in Tehran, they were all in my mind that, oh, what if it's not clean? What if it's that? So, but I actually wanted to do it because I knew I'm going to live with her. Mm-hmm. So
You close with the cat now?
Do you want to see her?
Yeah.
This is what I bought for her.
She's watching.
She's right there.
Aww.
Sleeping right there.
That's so sweet. So you guys made fast friends, it seems like.
Yeah, I just bought her a bed for the desk so she can always be.
It's like she loves it.
And how different is your life here? I mean, that it just really is, right? Like, there's so many different things.
Yeah. honestly, right now, I'm just like the only thing that I'm thinking about is Iran. Like you
Yeah.
have no idea how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like this is maybe the only hour that I have not been like dragging myself into what they're doing by just like talking to you after
Yeah.
like 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, they are just like keep killing and killing. So
Well, it's not.
It's
I'm
been-
glad that you get a little reprieve from that. Although I do want to circle back, and if there's any way we can support, raise awareness, or even donate, I don't know if there's any way to actually donate with the way that the government's run. How could you even get money into the people that need it there?
So it's all about the country is under sanctions. You can't directly do that. The only way would be like third parties. Like for example, me, I send money to my friends and they just like distribute it, so it doesn't go to the regime and stuff. So that is the only way. There's
So
no other way that you can
Wow,
send money
that's
to.
tricky.
Wow.
That is very, very, very tricky.
It is.
And probably if you get caught doing that a lot, the government will find you if you're taking too much money.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Can't even give them charity, man. What a fucking nightmare. Let's keep going.
Iran. That's a, come on. That one's you. Give us that one at least. Like, the cats in Morocco and places have rabies. You can't touch them. None of them. What about all the cats in Turkey? And like,
Wait, also,
Again, she goes, the cats in Morocco have rabies. What about the cats in Turkey? As my mom would say, what about the tea in China? It's a different fucking place, idiot. Turkey's not even in the Middle East, dope.
God.
This girl's like she's the expert on Islam and Middle East and Arab culture. Turkey's not even in the Middle East, you fucking dope.
It's kind of like
It's not.
in between.
It's literally not.
And sometimes it's considered part of Europe. Sometimes it's considered.
It's in the freaking. It's is it in part of the Union?
I think it's half the little part. That
Exactly.
Goes down.
It's on the border. Let's say that.
Yeah,
Turkey-
Istanbul even
Yeah.
has European and Asian side. So
Yeah.
even Istanbul is just like into
Right.
two, like
Oh,
separate.
I guess I've
into
heard of
two
both.
parts.
Okay.
Yeah, the little thing that goes down.
Well, what about the
in the
cats
left
in
corner.
Turkey?
Yeah, I still don't understand the point that she was trying to make. Turkey is not the same place as Iran, but I'm just saying.
So she goes, oh, really? You've never touched a cat? Well, what about the cats in Morocco and Turkey, buddy? They didn't make any sense.
It's just like weird. I think they're. I do not know them, and I don't know if it's just like makes sense. But I feel like they're looking for something to make fun of me or something like that.
I'll tell you
or
why.
Maybe
Yeah, absolutely.
okay, tell me.
They hate America and they hate Israel. And their entire world perspective is through that prism. So they see Iran as the strongest opposition to Israel and America. And so they bend over backwards to the point where they'll even defend the Islamic regime and attacking you as a liar because you're in somehow making Iran look bad. So for them, it's all political. They see you as an enemy because you like America. I don't even know what your true feelings about America. You're just expressing positive things that you're experiencing in America, right? And so they see that and they're threatened by that. They hate America. And that's the only thing that can come out of their whole prism, right? And so that's why they're attacking you, in my opinion.
Now it makes sense because two things. First of all, I actually do not think it's perfect in here. I even knew it before coming here. I knew how expensive medical things were here. So before coming here, I did all my medical things like my
Smart.
teeth, but like anything that I could do. So I know the flaws here as well. But what I said is actually like the basic human rights. It's not there. It's not in Iran, and nobody can just like deny that. And if you're denying it, it means that like there's something behind the scene.
Yeah,
But-
Just
but-
not-
it's ideological.
You're just not living in reality, though, if you're denying it.
Exactly. And one more thing that you said, it totally makes sense right now to me because since I started defending my people, thousands of people dying, people just like DM me like telling me that, oh, are you doing this Israel propaganda? I'm just like, dude, my people are dying on the street.
It's really sad.
How is this connected to
it's
Israel?
so sad and pathetic. The entire online left sphere, which is like socialist, communist, whatever. The talking point that I've seen that everybody's falling in line with is that the protests are somehow being pushed, being promoted, being instigated, being directly funded by, or even as far as the people there are Zionists or American agents. Like they truly believe that, which is just deranged and paranoid, like psychopathy. I don't know what to say. It's just the way that they bend backwards to America bad themselves is like, it's endless.
Yeah, and as you said, like the worst propaganda for the regime is the regime itself. Like when you're arresting people, when you're not giving the people the basic human rights, then why would Israel even like spend money on the people when you're doing all the job? Like we just need basic human rights, and whatever we do, sometimes we are terrorists, sometimes we are Israel. Like whatever you do, if you're against the regime, then they connect you to somewhere and just like oppress us.
Sad. Because the whole thing is like, oh, we care about the people. We care about the proletariat. But they don't care about the proletariat in Iran, apparently. I don't know. It's very weird. Let's keep going.
Wouldn't the cats be dying if they had rabies? Rabies is kind of a big deal.
Yes, the cats die if they have rabies. That's how, but diseases spread. I'm not even talking about Iran. Now he doesn't even understand how diseases work. He's got me triggered.
That's not like a little...
Wouldn't they go around shooting them in the head if they all had...
Yes, they cull the rabid animals, but guess what? It's a disease and it spreads. Dope, idiot, loser, dumbass, know nothing, brain damage. Sorry, it's totally irrelevant to our conversation, but I can't with these people. Forgive me.
Middle East historically catless.
I think he's laying it on a little thick, okay?
That's all I'm saying.
He's probably been in proximity to a cat at least.
We're anti-regime, anti-morality police, but I draw the line at him saying that he's never touched a cat. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Like there are so many different rules. You don't have this line, you don't have stop signs.
Oh really?
If Iran has no cats, why is this guy hate cats?
You're still caught on that. Jesus, you can't let the cat thing go. Well, you're a cat lover now. She should be happy to to learn. Have you got to know any dogs since you've been here?
That is something that I'm not used to right now because some dogs here are just like too friendly.
They're huge too. They can be scary.
They can just like jump on you, so I'm not used to that.
Ethan's got a couple of those.
Yeah. I have a massive dog who's super friendly, but he's huge and very heavy. So I totally understand. Like when I first met one of our big dogs and she was come to our house to say hi to our little dogs, she would come up and say hi to me and I was like, I don't know this dog, but if she attacked me,
right,
I would probably be mangled. This dog could kill me, right? But dogs are so great. When you'll get there.
Lena, my wife, Lena, she was born in the U.S., but she comes from a Lebanese household. She never even touched a dog till she was in college when we met, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I was
Well,
scared of them.
Anisa thinks you're probably fucking lying about that, too. Sound like an Ameribil. But now you are like the biggest dog lover. You
I
guys,
love them. Yeah.
You guys have such a cute little dog. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anywho, back to the
I
shenanigans.
don't know what's going on with this guy.
Tehran City, Iran. So far, so good. A train, public transit. We'll do a little I Spy. If we're able to spot a cat or a BBL, let me say something. It is a bit of a sausage.
So what he's doing here, he's watching a vlogger who walks through the streets with a camera to disprove things you've said about Iran. So he's looking for women without a hijab. He's looking for cats and stuff like that to be like, see? So
yeah, like this is so weird to me because I really thought this is a common sense. For example, I YouTube North Korea and watch people who go to North Korea. But back in my mind, I thought it was a common sense that the things that people are going through is not going to be in that video. Because if it was, that person was not was arrested or like
Right.
something had happened to them. That is not the right video. You can just like see how the city looks and everything, but you're not gonna see what people are going through. I have tons of videos about women getting arrested just because of their scarf. And one thing that he does not mention is that yes, there are women who are not wearing their scarf, but why they all have something around their neck? Has he like even like asked himself why? Because as soon as they see a police officer, they just like put their hijab on.
I see.
And he does not even like mention that. He just like have that mindset that this guy is lying and I need to find a way to prove it.
Yep. Conclusion first. And the amount of time he spends watching this vlog, he could have just done a Google search. It's really incredible.
You see that woman? You see her scarf around her neck?
I saw also in the train, the one woman that was sitting, she had a scarf too.
There it is, Ian. Explanation.
Yeah, and this law is so stupid, and they know how many millions of women are not following it. That's why like they cannot arrest millions of people, right? We have to like mention that as well. This rule is not being like followed by millions of women, and they can't just like arrest all of them. So yes, you will see people, but if you go ask them every single one of them, how do you feel by not having hijab, they're going to be like, I'm scared. That's the feeling that you need to mention as well. These people are not feeling free. These people are just like scared, and you can see it by the scarf. That each time I see an officer, I need to just like wear it. And this is the feeling that I was feeling the first days that I got here.
Why is it that they targeted that one girl and like punished her so severely, beat her to death? Like so.
Mahsa Amini?
Yeah.
So that was actually something that was going on. Like we had so much problem with the morality police, and there was like many people saying, "Oh, they beat us," but they would not believe it. But that was the very first time that somebody actually got killed, and they could prove that they got killed after getting arrested by morality police. So people got really angry, and they had like the previous experiences. So it was like a mini revolution, like almost 500 people got killed. When we compare it to now, it's just like almost nothing, but like 500 is a lot, but
that's a lot.
Right now they have killed so much that number looks small. So that was actually the first time that morality police got killed. And also, let me tell you this, the journalist who talked about Mahsa Amini, I forgot her name, there were two, they were actually doing their job, okay? So they talked about Mahsa Amini and said, this girl was arrested and now they got killed. That's how people got to know that. They arrested those two journalists just because they were doing their jobs. Just because of that. Wow. Why? Because other medias in the world, especially in the US, use that news and put it in their news section, and the whole world knew it.
Yeah.
So because of that, they said, "Oh, you're now working for them."
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, that's a total crackdown on freedom of speech. Even more restrictive than China, it seems like. Even a lot more restrictive than China, it seems like. You know, places like that. Like, it seems like like as much as like 1984. Have you read a book like 1984? Does that ever reach you?
About what?
1984.
It's a very famous book in English literature called
No.
1984, and it's about a future dystopian society where everything is all the speech is controlled and everything like that. People say it's one of the best books ever written. I think you would really enjoy it.
Yeah, I need to put it on.
But the level of communication control really reminds me it's that
yes, because they have morality police and things like that. So it's very relevant, I guess.
That book will probably blow your mind.
Yeah,
if you know anything
considering
about it.
that
It's a very big
old.
part of culture here. Anywho, we'll keep playing.
No hijab, no hijab. You'll get arrested.
The job's right here around her neck. So he's the
So
way that
gross.
he's trivializing it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you'll get arrested. See, you could totally walk around with a hijab. But the irony being that woman is probably feeling afraid.
Exactly. So that is the feeling that they need to mention, because what I was mentioning was that I can feel the freedom that I can do these things without feeling the fear. Let me just tell you one more thing that I still, because I'm not an alcohol drinker, I rarely drink alcohol, but each time that I'm touching an alcohol, I just remember those days that we actually got arrested for a couple of times, and we were actually getting arrested for many of those times, and some of my friends got lashes just because of drinking alcohol. Yes.
Your friends were whipped.
Yeah, and you can find the pictures on the internet as well. If you can Google it, like whipped for drinking alcohol, you can find tons of people getting whipped.
That's just like so beyond how people should be living today.
Yeah, and the worst thing, worse than this, is that if somebody is listening to my like sentences right now, they might be thinking, "Oh, this is a propaganda." No, it's not. It's how I lived it and how I experienced it, and you can find the proof.
Oh my God!
And if you do not want to believe those proof,
brutal. Look at
then
this.
It's up to you.
There's like an executioner dressed in black.
Oh, I've never seen this picture. This is so brutal. I'm even shocked by that picture. I know that's
He's tied
Iran
to a
because
tree. He's publicly flogged 80 times for drinking alcohol as a child. Wait, they went retroactively punished him? The public flogging on Tuesday beat a wronged young man convicted of consuming alcohol when he was 14 or 15 years old over a decade-old highlight. What the hell?
This is really disturbing. I've never seen that, but I can tell from those cars that it's in Iran. It's correct, but that was brutal.
Well, that's from Amnesty International. I mean, it's a very reputable. But
yeah,
your friends they usually do
whipped.
It. That's
they usually
crazy.
Do that whipping in their police stations. So when I saw that he was actually taken to like a tree, that was so weird to me. They usually do not do that in public. I don't know why did they do that there.
It seems like if there's like a particularly like sadistic or depraved person who just likes seeing people suffer and hurting people, that they would join the morality police and really could take advantage of that and just, people would flock to that. Yeah, like in ICE, what you see here today, people can be really sadistic and just take out their violent fantasies on people.
Yeah, and the worst thing is, besides what you said, just add those ideology that by doing this, you're doing something right.
Right.
You're going to heaven by this. And when you add this to it, it just like becomes something that you can't stop. And that is one reason.
Very similar to ICE, unironically.
Yeah. And that is one reason I just wanted to know how you think about it as well, because it seems that the U.S. is trying to attack the regime based on the things that I see on the map in terms of their military bases and stuff. But I wanted to know what you think about it.
About what specifically?
Like the U.S. attacking the regime.
I think the world would be, across the board, would be a better place for everybody. The people in Iran, especially the people in Iran. These guys need to be held account. It's like you said, it would be such a shame for all these people to die and for nothing to change. So I'm personally in favor of intervention for the people of in Iran. And I think it's overwhelming from what I've seen. The people, the Persians that I've seen, that I've talked to, seem to overwhelmingly support intervention against the Ayatollah's regime. And I personally think that it would be a good thing if it happened. But I mean, I'm really curious what you think as well.
So what I'm gonna tell you is based on most of the people that I personally know, I see on social media. Most of the Iranians are okay with a international intervention, because what else should we do? Because like, you need to know that we have been having these protests for years. The first one started the year that this regime started, 1979. Women had a protest because before that Khomeini said you can have, like, anyone can have like a free hijab. You don't need to wear your hijab. But after the revolution, he lied. That we started from there, and coming to like 2026, we have tried every single thing that we could. We lost 12,000 just in 2 days. And like, what else should we do to get rid of this regime? And not only that, it's not about us. As you said, the world is going to be way, way more peaceful if this regime just like think about their own people instead of like their ideology of like removing another country is just like having more power in the region and stuff. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is most people. It's really sad that most Iranians are trying to have like their country be bombed by another country. It's mostly because one, we are already invaded. Like militias from Iraq are there. Like we're literally invaded by other countries' soldiers, and we do not have any guns. That is one point that we definitely need to think about, because people say, oh, if you have like a international intervention, you're gonna be like Syria, you're gonna be like Libya. Those countries, Afghanistan, Syria, Libya, they all have guns. There is no guns between us Iranians. So after the regime change, nothing's gonna happen there, as long as, because people inside, they know what they want. Most people who are protesting, they're calling for one name, which is Reza Pahlavi. So he actually does not. He actually always says that he wants democracy, and he wanted a democratic, like a government. And after that, after those like 2 or 3 years that we can just like set the country, people are gonna have like a vote if they want a monarchy, if they want like a democracy or something like that. So this is I'm telling you this because you cannot compare Iran to Libya, Syria, Afghanistan. You should compare Iran to Japan, South Korea after the US interventions. All these countries are doing good because they knew what they wanted, and there was nothing down there that they were oppressing. In Afghanistan, they were oppressing the Taliban, so they come after that. In Libya, they have like so many so many cults that are just like fighting with each other, and Gaddafi, as soon as he was gone, all the wars were just like back on. But in my country, it's so different. I think we're gonna have a really peaceful Middle East after this regime is gone.
That's true.
I think people who say that know that. People like Hassan, who are pro-regime, because they're like this leftist that hates America and Israel. They say that just as some kind of cover. Iran is so different. I mean, if you look at a place like Syria, it's a lot poorer. It's a lot less developed. There's already like roaming gangs, and a touch of like chaos there already. But Iran is like an established, you guys have a lot of resources, a lot of industry, a lot of, like it's a developed country.
Exactly. Yeah, and we're just like, we have all that, and we are being oppressed, and our money is just like being used in other areas that the people do not want to.
They're taking money and sending it to the most evil people in the world to do violence across the world. It's like, and I think also within Iran, I think it's obvious to most people that the West is specifically against the regime and not against the people. I heard someone say, and I thought it was such a wonderful vision, that someday, when this regime is toppled, like an American, like Iranians being a popular tourist place for Americans or even Israelis to fly to and vacation there, because I know that the country is beautiful and has an incredibly rich cultural history and incredible cultural sites. And the idea of being able to go there and share that culture freely and openly, and imagine just how great that would be for the economy, for everybody there. It's just like, no, I don't think anybody could say that that's worse. That's not much better than what's happening now.
Exactly. And do you know what countries do not like that? Like that powerful Iran? Because Iran is in the middle. That means that some people ask me here, have you ever seen snow? I believe that they think of Iran as like a country that is like most like really dry without it. Like Iran is a country that has islands. We have snow. We have like all kinds of weather, just like the U.S. It's not as big as the U.S. It's like 1/3 of the U.S., but it still is huge, and it has like it's just like has everything that you want. But
Here's
on the other hand,
look, this is from Iran. Did you know it was like so beautiful? Look at this. Yeah.
So the countries in the region who are having, like, for example, in the tourist area, they're having, like, for example, in Saudi Arabia, it's just like mostly like really hot, or like in Turkey, it's just like a smaller than Iran. They do not have as many things that Iran has. So these countries, I'm not sure if you follow the news, but these are the countries that are just like asking the U.S. not to intervene. If you see the news, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, these are the countries who are just like keep trying to the U.S. not to intervene in Iran. And I believe they know that when a stronger Iran comes up, nobody's gonna go to these countries because Iran has all of them, and it's gonna be like why would you go to another country when you can have all of that in just like one spot?
I think, yeah, the tourist industry there would be explosive. It's just so. I dream of that, you know. I think a lot of people hope for a day like that. So yeah, I think intervention. I think it's a good thing, frankly, on balance.
Mm-hmm.
And
can you talk a little bit about what it was like before the Islamic regime took over in Iran?
Yeah, absolutely. So before 1979, when Shah was there.
Well, you were probably not even born then, right? When were you?
No, but I have read and watched and just like I did my research.
Mm-hmm.
And so before then, if you just like before going inside the country, if you look at the Middle East, it was so peaceful before 1979, like super peaceful.
Right.
And I'm not saying there was no war, there was, but it was not as bad as we have like in the past 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
So inside Iran, anyone could have like their own religion, like people with hijab, with like no hijab, they were just like living together really peacefully. But again, this guy Khomeini comes and says, "Oh, we're gonna give you like free houses, free like water, free electricity. This country is so powerful and strong. You need to just like take it from this monarch and just like give it to the people." And people actually, when I say people, the only like the amount of people that had the revolution was like 3% of the whole population. It was just like a couple of million. So the other was just like staying quiet. So we actually lost so much by staying quiet and letting these people to have another revolution. But back to your question, before 1979, there was still problems, but it could have definitely been fixed really fast. But in 40 years, we have been just like wasting our money and doing nothing. And again, I forgot to tell you this. Have you ever watched that clip from Barack Obama, who talks about that he regrets not helping Iranians?
No.
I haven't seen that,
Okay.
but I know like he brokered the end to the sanction. You guys almost were totally sanctionless for a time.
Yeah, but before that, in 2009, we had almost a revolution. It was so huge, and then they would not kill as much as they are doing right now. So we almost had a revolution, and we asked for help from like the U.S., just like we are doing right now. And Obama said no, they did not do anything. But I even if you Google Barack Obama regret something, you can just find a clip.
Yeah, we can pull that. We'll pull that up.
Yeah,
so
and
he's saying
said,
one of his regrets in his presidency was not helping the people of Iran.
He says if each time we see a flash inside the Iranian people, we need to help them. He says that, and I really hope that this time somebody helped us. Like we are literally helpless, and we do not have guns, we do not have anything to just like fight with this evil regime. And I really hope something happens.
The problem you see too is just technology has enabled these dictators and tyrannical governments to crack down harder than the most evil despot of 100 years ago imagined you could, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's why it's really hard to have a revolution by like people say, oh, the U.S. is like looking for your oils, this and that. The revolution comes from inside the country. I'm just saying that's really beautiful. That's good. I really agree with that. But do you really think we can have a revolution with like empty hand and they have like all the guns?
There's no communication.
Exactly. Like they would kill millions. I'm telling you, millions. Like thousands is nothing for them.
How can millions of people coordinate without communication, without weapons?
Exactly. There's no way. So we only have, so I know there are many people out there who say, oh, the U.S. should not intervene if they think we deserve freedom. If you do not think Iranians need freedom, they're okay, then that's another story. You need to educate yourself on what we are going through. But if you think we need the freedom, just like give another option that we can do, because we have tried everything, and the last piece is the U.S. helping us. If that just like goes off the table, I don't think we're going to be able to have a revolution.
Yeah, I kind of see. It's hard to see a path otherwise. So I have the quote here. It's from a podcast called Pod Save America, and a bunch of dickheads, by the way, that claim. What a bunch of assholes.
Stop.
It is.
I don't know that for sure. I had it in the back of my mind that I think we had tried to show them a clip from one of their shows before, but before you call them assholes, maybe we should see if that's actually true.
Well, let's find out.
Okay.
Let's play it and find out. And if I don't get claimed, I'll sing their praises. Freedom reigns again.
We don't have jump straight to insulting them. You know what I mean?
Like, come on, what show are you on? You're right. I insult with love. I'm very reactive.
All right.
Come on. It's SpongeBob. Come on. You gonna hate a guy that makes it sound like that?
That's so true.
We're trying to find the clip. We're having a little technical side combo here.
Okay.
But in the meantime, here's a clip of iDubbbz doubling down when confronted with his ignorant claims about you. Let's hear what he has to say.
I think my brain has melted. This week has been so rough on the mods. Yeah, it's been a rough one. To make it up to you guys, I'll make sure that Anisa and I say nothing that could even remotely be interpreted as controversial on the next Salacious Saturday.
It wasn't controversial. It was just ignorant and dumb and wrong and cruel.
Saturday. In fact, we aren't even going to call it Salacious Saturday anymore. We're going to call it Sweet Saturday.
Let's call it Felted Friday. This is when we have a segment where we just slam iDubbbz every Friday.
Sweet Saturday. We're going to play, Anisa and I are going to play patty cake. Just no hands.
Unironically, patty cake would be more entertaining than whatever it is they're currently doing.
More views, no question.
Well, I'm in it for patty cake. Just silence and clapping. All I want is... And patty cake, of course, obviously.
And DeMero, that you guys are the GOATs, and you make everyone in the chat, all the regulars who are sentient, you make them feel very safe and legit. Call it PR day. Yeah, it'll be PR day.
God, he's so stupid.
Songbird,
he's so slow.
Bird Saturday, and Ian croons us through the weekend. Oh, dude, I love crooning. Just say America is the best country at everything every 10 minutes as a disclaimer on Saturday.
So what they do is, now to kind of excuse themselves, they reframe what you said as America's the best and perfect in every way, which is like, not even close to anything you said.
Like, who said that?
You didn't even approach anything close to that. It's just so dishonest framing. Yep. Oh, I want to make a correction. Not all leftists are pro-Iran. There is a faction of radical left, Hassan-esque leftists. I don't know how to tanky left, maybe. Tanky left.
I don't know, but they are very vocal online, so it kind of makes like the whole left look crazy.
It's
sometimes.
tanky left. Well, I'll call them to be more specific, because they're leftists in our audience.
I was watching a clip from him. I'm not sure if he was real, but he was saying that the regime needs to get nukes ASAP, and I was like, is he really? I do not know. Like this is so crazy and ridiculous to me that you want to just like a regime like that have nukes. But if he's kidding, that's okay. But if he's not,
no, people believe that. The
really
tanky left believe.
Unfortunately, they're probably not kidding.
What their theory is that if Iran has nukes, then they'll get equal. They'll be able to get rid of the sanctions and stuff like that.
They see that North Korea has managed to stave off collapse.
Yeah, North Korea is doing great.
They might not be doing great, but they still exist, and part of that is because they managed to attain.
What's the average income of a North Korean?
Listen, I'm not trying to say that things are
Half a
peachy
bowl
over
of
there,
cabbage
but
soup
but
or
the regime remains, and that at least is in part because they obtain nukes. And
No,
so
but
that's why people say Iran
I don't know
should
who
use
said that. I don't know if Hassan actually. I know Bad Empanada, someone like that would definitely say that.
Yeah, I don't know who specifically,
But yeah, there are people that believe that. Not kiddingly.
That's so scary. That's
The
really
answer
scary.
is more nukes. It's not what you think, but it is the answer.
I hate all of you!
Okay, calm down, son. We're trying to be nice.
Okay. I mean, honestly, that was the most frustrating part of the controversy. Is that I put that in quotes, by the way, because none of these people coming in here actually give a fuck.
Okay, whatever, bro.
K Lay PG-19. Thank you so much for the 3 months.
Keep coping. He's like, nobody actually cares about Iran. Everybody just cares about me. Keep coping there, kid. Focus more on that hairline, brother. No, sorry, I shouldn't go after that.
Oh, how dare you?
He just got a really bad new haircut. That's why. We love our hairline challenge.
What's going on with that hair?
They're doing amazing things with hairlines.
They just want to fucking perpetuate the American propaganda. We get enough of it.
Bro.
We get enough of it. Iran sucks. Yes. Yes.
You didn't even say that, really. The amount of words he's putting in your mouth to excuse himself. Again, just offensively.
I wish I knew how he like gets there. How does it like his brain work to just like
It doesn't.
connect
I
all
think
these
he's
things
watching
together?
Hassan a lot.
You ever watch professional boxing?
No.
Oh, so he was a boxer for a few years, and we actually have this theory that a lot of boxers, they get hit in the head a lot, and it does cause.
He was
brain
not a good
damage.
boxer either. He took a lot.
He
of
lost
direct
quite a
hits.
bit. Yeah, so we do suspect that might have something.
Let's
to
put
do
it this way: if his brain was a game of Battleship, his carrier is sunk.
That's okay.
You
I
like
guess
that?
that's the way
That's
to
a pretty
put
obscure reference.
it. Yeah, I don't know.
Battleship?
Do people know that?
No, I mean, I guess people still. Play
I don't know
Battleship,
why I went
probably.
there. Yeah, no, but he used to be a lot sharper, and after his boxing career, a lot of people speculate that he actually has brain damage because I really don't know. I think, though, he does watch Hassan and he regurgitates the things he says without actually understanding the arguments. So it's really
People
something.
see me as like the white Hassan.
He said he's the white. I don't know if you even know who Hassan Piker is, but yeah, I'll yada that for you.
Yeah.
We'll move right past that.
Iran sucks. America, let's not pretend that America is this fucking golden object on the top of the hill.
No, nobody did.
Let's not use it because they do it with North Korea as well. They do it with
Now he's defending North Korea somehow. Kim Jong-un, glory upon Kim Jong-un, glorious leader. We need more missile shows of strength. Fucking Ian is stomping pigeon-toed with the glorious North Korean army.
I think you mean goose step, but pigeon toe.
Goose step,
maybe
yeah, I
more
don't-
appropriate.
Yeah. What is pigeon stepping? Is that different?
I don't know if that's a thing, but pigeon toe is when you're
Goose
you
stepping.
Yeah, you
goose
meant
stepping.
goose stepping. I got it though.
Thank you. It's a bird and a step.
they're doing it with Somalia right now as well. Right? That's been the whole
Beautiful Somalia.
whole thing in the news lately. Is like Trump shitting on Somalia. It's like it's not the US. Like Somalia has their own issues.
Yeah.
But don't use Somali to be like America the greatest.
No.
America,
Who's
simply
he
the
talking
greatest.
to?
I know.
I know he's not talking to you. I think he thinks he's talking to you, but he's not referencing anything you said. He's having like an
I
imaginary
hope not
conversation.
because I really don't see any like correlation and connection to what he said, what he's saying right now to what I said.
Yeah.
But like
It's
like
literally a
like,
straw man of like the strawiest man imaginable.
Trying to think, but nothing happens.
Yeah. Then he triples down actually with this is my favorite part. He flat out refuses to apologize. Let's see. Slow internet day in America. See? Gosh darn American internet. God damn. All right, here it is.
This real quick. As someone who is a sub and has gifted, letting you know I've canceled my sub, seeing the ignorant comments putting down the Iranian man did it for me. A close friend of mine's parents escaped Iran for Italy and have told me how bad the regime is. It's not American propaganda. Very disappointed. Do better.
So he has one of his own fans saying, "You are so rude to that Iranian guy. Please do better." Here's his response. And I mean, that's a good comment. That's, I feel like, something he should hear and maybe think twice about.
Write me off as a troll. I don't care. I just want you to see the criticism and hopefully think before you speak. Honestly,
good feedback.
I think this is, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. When I see people talking specifically about, like, if you want to be critical of the Iranian regime, that's great. That's fine. Like, if that, especially if you have experience, right?
Yeah, like
yeah.
He goes.
Like what you were watching.
Experience. Bro, man is Persian. He lives in Iran his whole life. Experience. Yeah, he has some experience there. Unreal, man.
But using another country to essentially say, like, America great, America awesome. That's where I have the problem with.
I just happen to be there. I would have said the same thing if it was, like, I don't know, in Canada.
Yeah, probably dozens of other countries.
And that's basically what the commenter was saying. Their family member is in Italy, so it's not even about America.
Oh yeah, that was a good one because he was slammed the commenter. They're like, dude, my family who told me it's not even American.
Yeah, and that was the part because when I saw that, my wife was like, "Are you not mad about this?" I was like, to me, it's just like a case that I want to study what is going through his mind. That is how I look at. But I get really sad about, like, if there's any Iranians who's going through these kind of things and seeing a person making fun of those things that they're going through. So that's a lot. Imagine you have been going through these, or you are actually going through these, and somebody's just like mocking and not believing because they're too much that it makes it unbelievable, or they do not want to believe that.
Yeah.
It's unreal. I don't know if I've ever even seen anything like this. Ignorant and, like, Western, white, chauvinistic. It's really crazy.
Right? And that's exactly what we saw. In some ways, it's more critical of the Discovery Network, Discovery Plus, or whatever it's called, when they are essentially using this as an opportunity, because we're already bombarded with a lot of xenophobic shit in our media.
He's the one being fucking xenophobic. He's the one that's painting you as some caricature and not, like, giving you the benefit of the doubt of being a real person expressing real opinions. I can't. It's just, it's so ironic that he is. Yeah.
I've been watching The Big Bang Theory every fucking episode of this.
Oh, he's been watching Big Bang.
He's actually watching it.
All right, everybody, listen up. This guy's been watching Big Bang Theory. He's got some good opinions coming. Listen up for some bazingas, guys. That's the funniest preface of any sentence ever. Let me tell you, before I say this, let me tell you, I've been watching The Big Bang Theory. With that being said, let's see.
Nearly every episode of the show that is an American-made show for the most, like, normie people in America, they say something about how India is a shithole, right? Like, they say it in their own cute, kind of funny way.
And you still support them? Shame on him.
But, like, that shit sucks. So when I see it in media, perfect example, the 90-day episode where this
Bro, even his camera lost interest. His camera went just blurred out for no reason. His camera just started fucking taking a snooze in the middle of his monologue.
That's a good
Am
one.
I right or am I right?
So when I see it in media,
Watch this.
perfect example, the 90-day episode.
All the technology in the world, it can't fucking focus on one stationary object. What'd you say?
It's focusing on the chair.
It's focusing on the
cup,
chair.
No, even his camera knows he's a cup. Sorry, Mahdi. We're doing like inside jokes. I know. I apologize for if you feel left out on some of that stuff. I have a long history with this guy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a terrible guy. I actually used to be really close friends with him. It's really weird. It's a really long story.
Leaving my friendships
where this Iranian man who could have a lot of valid opinions about Iran.
That's a nice
He
chair.
says you could have a lot of valid opinions about Iran. How do you qualify that?
It just takes a Google. You can Google every single thing that is said.
Yeah, no, and it's all like what? It's all
And
like
he
common
has
knowledge,
he has no excuses. Like he grew up in a nice area. I'm sure he got nice education.
Up in
Like
San
how is he
Diego.
so stupid? You know?
Brain damage and Anisa damage. Brain damage and Anisa damage steadily, really. That's the 1-2 punch that'll keep you lights out.
But to use Iran as like a counterpoint when discussing America, it's like not a good comparison. Anyway, I'm interested in hearing the. I just feel like, to be honest, like if someone's going to be that like like not reflective.
Who's not reflective?
It's there.
Who is not
It's
reflective?
the chatter who is like, please be more sensitive to the Iranian perspective. It's them that's not being reflective enough. Not Ian. Ban him and block him.
With or uncritical even with that sort of shit. Like this might not be the place for you. So
Stop watching. You know, and they're like, you know what? I thought it was a little ignorant, and I wish you would be more sensitive to the Iranian perspective because it's not just American propaganda. He's like, you know what? You're not welcome here. And I have so many fans. You're all disposable to me.
I'm not. You know, you aren't gonna fucking hear an apology out of me for that. No way in hell.
So he said, and he's talking to you. You will not get an apology from me. No way in hell. Have you grabbed that already, Zach?
You aren't gonna fucking hear an apology out of me for that. No way in hell.
So, I guess don't ask for one, unfortunately.
No way in hell.
Yeah. I don't know if you probably don't care.
Test failed. The woker strikes again. Yeah, this is one of those things where I'm like...
He talks so slow. I feel like we need to fast.
Yeah, he talks so
forward.
slow. And then, so you guys kind of made a post referencing him. Stevie did, and I'll read it really fast because it's short. She posted this, said, flashback to when so many of you mocked my husband and called him a liar. Most of these people who hadn't lived their years or ever telling him his reality wasn't real. I remember him reading it, hearing it, seeing it. He kept quiet, but I took notes. My husband has always spoken to me with respect about the heart of Iran, while also being vocal about the injustice there. That's what he actually wanted you to see, but unfortunately many didn't. Still, you said it's not like that. People live freely. You're lying. Can you hear them now? So he made that comment like just a few days before the protest broke out.
Yeah. So when she made that, she actually showed me the title, and she said, have you seen these people talking about you? I was right in the middle of when I found out that there were like thousands of people getting killed. I was like, I really do not care. Like,
right.
If you want to post something, I do not even know what's going on. I do not care. And when she started like posting that, and when I saw that she's really sad about it, I was like, maybe this is something like more serious than just like a Reddit. I really thought it was just like a simple Reddit that somebody talked about us, but no, it was like a person with like audience that is talking like this about what we're going through. And I just want to say that my wife is like super supportive, and I really appreciate her. And I just don't know. But one thing that I saw about this text that she posted, and they said it's not about them. Yeah, it was about them. It was exactly like the story was exactly about them, because that's what made my wife so angry and sad that she started posting stories about it.
By the way, I'm really touched about how supportive and nice she's been, and I just like to see that she's so much on your side. I know it's obvious because you guys are a couple, but
you aren't gonna fucking hear an apology out of me.
All right, we know, man.
For that,
nobody's looking for
No
one.
way in hell.
But you know what's good? What I saw is that we can really use it as an opportunity to raise awareness and talk about what's going on, so we can spin this into something good. This is the last clip I'm showing you. It's short, and then I want to talk about stuff we can do to help. So this is, somebody was like, "Did you see that she responded to you?" And here's what they said.
I think we watched it, no? When he said,
Can they see this? Yeah. Okay, so I'm zooming in on just their cam.
Do you know the wife of the Iranian man responded to you and Anisa? She didn't respond to me and Anisa specifically. She was putting out a statement to people who were being rude or judgmental to her and her husband. So
isn't that them? And it was with them. It was to them, right? More or less.
Yeah, that was exactly what I said. Like it was not only for them, but the main, because I even asked her, like she even put their picture under there, so it was mostly about them. Right. But they were not the only people who attacked us because of that. We had other people as well.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't apologize for.
No.
Being judgmental.
Hell no.
After all this,
you signed up for the show.
Yeah.
How
That's how it
fucking
goes.
You think we're fucking mean?
Yeah.
Do not go to the 90-Day Fiance Reddit. Do not go there. Okay?
I haven't, but she has clearly.
I'll tell you what.
Anisa's a weirdo. She spends her whole days on Reddit snarking about other people. She's a very hideous
Are you
person.
always going to have this thought in your mind that you...
So anyway.
Also, when someone's...
Oh, is that going to be...
But if it makes you feel any better, it's not a lot of people watching it. It's about 100.
Oh, that's good. Because I saw the subscribers, it was like millions. I was like, there's really millions of people watch this?
There used to be.
There used to be, though.
One of the biggest YouTubers. But then he got brain damage and started doing this weird tanky content. And now only 100 people watch him. So when he talks, people like to make fun of him. So a lot of people still see it. But at the end of the day, he doesn't have a lot of people supporting him.
Because most of the people are just in shock to see the downfall of him. Because, yeah, like Ethan said, he used to be a YouTube legend.
So enough about them. Kind of the focus back on, is protesters even accurate to say? Like, how would you describe what's going on there? It seems like more than protesting.
That's actually the thing. Like, it's way more than a protest. It's actually a revolution. That, like, the years before, it was like a protest where we do not want this, we want this. But right now, we know that this regime is not going to change their like behaviors. As long as they're there, they're just like continue killing people, not giving us our basic human rights. So it's way more than a protest. And again, I just do not want these thousands of people's blood go to waste. That is my only like thoughts these days.
We're having a tech issue. We got to reset our thing. The shot is stuck. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. We had a technical issue. The software that controls our show crashed, but we're all fixed up now. And actually, this clip is really short by this greasy, his name is Chris Kuntler. And it doesn't seem like a lot of people like him. But anyway, here's his take. about, and this is the thing that you're like, oh my God, how do people actually have this opinion?
Psychotic terrorist death cult. So would some people in Hamas kill for fun? Probably.
Iranian protesters are a psychotic activists who get paid for by the Israeli government and the CIA exclusively. You know, once again, the irony of this kind of stuff, where Hassan does actually have his own thoughts.
So the Iranian protesters, where do they get off to say such a thing? That's and like to your friend, like the people that literally are dead. To just be like, nah, they're just assets for America and Israel. It's just so fucked up, man.
Yeah, like there are two things. One is, first, the regime does not need anyone to just like pay to just like go and protest against them, because the regime itself is the oppressor,
right?
And it's the worst propaganda for themselves. Like the regime itself is the only reason that the Iranians need to go and protest to get their freedom
They
back.
already have every reason in the world. They don't need to be pushed.
Exactly. Like the things that we talked about, like name one country that is just like brutally arresting, attacking their people like this. So we do not need anyone to do this. But let me tell you this, Ethan, because I totally believe that if there is a regime change in Iran, one of the countries that is going to get the most benefit from is going to be the US, Israel, and some other countries in Europe. And this is a fact, because this regime has used all its money to support Hezbollah, Hashishabi, like Hamas, and these kind of groups. Good or bad, that's the reality. And the next regime, because the people inside Iran do not want their money to be spent on these kind of things, it's not going to be like that. So their money is going to be cut off. So if you are connecting this regime change to Israel like this, then it means you do not care about the freedom of Iranians. You have some other benefits that you think, oh, if the regime is changed, where is the money for Hezbollah? Where is the money for Hamas? And if you go and ask Iranians, like, do you have no idea how much they hate, for example, Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah, who died a year ago, because he was always coming to the TV and saying, as long as Iran has money, we have money. And people in Iran are having the worst economic situation. You have no idea how bad it hurts when you see that like your people do not have schools in like south of Iran.
And then you have no Nasrallah, who's like, guess what, guys? We have a ton of rockets that we can just shoot into Israel and get exploded and basically do nothing.
Exactly. Like this is exactly his sentence all the time. As long as Iran has money, we have money. And if Iran was like a country, for example, the US, I've seen many people being really angry that the US is helping Israel. And right now, the US, in terms of economic and how people are doing, I'm not saying it's perfect, it's the best, but it's one of the really good countries in like top 10 or 20, right? So imagine, make it like the Iranian currency right now. I think after Venezuela, it's the worst currency. Just how bad everything is. And with all that situation, you're still helping Israel. Right. How bad it would be. The same thing is happening here in my country. People do not want their money to be spent on anything with any benefits. And I'm talking on behalf of, I'm telling you, more than 80%, 90% of Iranians.
You're in the middle of like a Great Depression, like a national crisis, and they're spending a ton of your money to somebody else to waste. Yeah,
exactly.
Seeing Iran is number 2 right now in the world.
Sorry, say that. Say again.
I'm seeing Iran's number 2 and Lebanon's number 1. Shout out
for what value of money?
For the
Lebanon is
weakest currencies. Yeah.
Holy shit! I didn't know that. That's wrong.
What happened to Venezuela? Did they get better?
They're cured. They're free now.
For me, what's just so stupid to see is that, like, okay, if this outcome of taking out the regime is going to benefit Israel, that still doesn't take away from the fact that the revolution is about Iranian people.
Yeah, they're not
doing it. This is
Israel.
not about Israel.
Yeah, do you know how I look at it? I look at it like this. I just like because I try to put myself in like people's shoes. I was like, imagine people in North Korea, they're like way more oppressed than Iranians. But imagine the regime in North Korea was helping us as people to get rid of this regime. And there was a revolution in North Korea. Would I still want that people in North Korea to be free, although the regime is paying for us, I would be like, yes, that's humanity. Like, you want freedom, you have to want freedom for everyone in the world, not just be like, oh, this regime is just like doing in our favors. I do not care about Iranians. The regime is more important. That's what I get when I see people saying, oh, you're selling your people out. My people, I'm saying this to all those people who are saying you're selling your people out. My people are those thousands of people getting slaughtered by this regime.
Who says that? How could you even say that? Who are you selling out?
I've got this DMs like too many times. They're saying you're getting paid by Israel, you're selling your people out. Like, how am I doing all this when I see that people are just getting slaughtered in my country and talking about them? It's just selling them out. It just doesn't make sense.
That's so fucked up. So what people, everyone watching who wants to help, what can we do to help the people of Iran? If anything, I don't even know.
Yeah, so if there was only one thing that if you could ask people inside of Iran right now for help, that would be to be their voice. So I don't know, there are like thousands of people watching right now. The best thing that you can do, guys, is to be our voice, because we are super helpless, and there are other countries trying to just like lower our voice, not cover our, like, how many people have been dead. So even if every single one of you just like post one story about Iran, one post about Iran, and be our voice, that would be the best help that you can do for Iranians.
There it is. That's easy. We can all do that. That's the bare minimum. Is there any other clips you wanted to share? I know you prepared a few, or maybe even if you have a few stories or videos or something that maybe are really good for people to share.
Yeah, I think the videos are going to be like doing better, because you can definitely see what's exactly going on. So I'm going to share some clips of why Iranians want a regime change. It's not about, because again, when people say, oh, it's the US sanctions, it's not about economy that you always bring up sanctions. Yes, sanctions can help if they're lifted, but it's not going to be over for people to not protest again. These are the things that we want to be fixed. Just look at this. This is a woman, and this guy is from the IRGC. Just look what's happening there. This is unbelievable.
They're pulling her by her hair. If you're a woman, this is why supporting Iran's freedom matters. Sharia police brutally beat woman for so-called crime of showing their hair in public. Jesus, what the fuck? Can we even show that?
Okay, so again, Ethan, just imagine, I've seen these kind of things. No, I'm not saying every single day, but like a couple of times a month. Okay, imagine you see that people, just because of not wearing hijab,
you can't do anything.
Just like taking them and putting them into their vans and morality police vans. So imagine we come from there to something like this, and see how huge and different this is gonna be. And again, back to our conversation, this is what people need to be free of. Just look how brutal this. You see that's their van.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. This is so scary.
So terrible.
They pulled her into the van.
This is her dog. You see that? Just because of having dog.
And the people who are filming this are doing an act of
exactly. That's why they're
just
so
by filming it.
Dude, even me sitting here is a huge crime. Like right now, there's no way that I can go back.
Right.
After like this call.
Right.
Wow.
What do they want?
They want to take the dog. They want to take the dog.
Dude.
And they take her.
They take her and the dog?
Yeah.
And you're saying you see stuff like this happening a few times a month?
Exactly.
In person?
Yes. Yep, in person. I'm not saying it's every day. So if a YouTuber goes to Iran and just say, oh, everything is fine, that's one of the days that nothing has happened. But you can see that there are millions of people going through these like every single year. Oh, there's one thing that they have added that it was not there that blew my mind. They have bought a new technology from China that there are some cameras that they can just like see their faces, the faces in the car really like vividly.
Oh,
and
facial recognition.
Whenever somebody is not wearing a hijab, it doesn't matter if you're the driver or whatever. They will send a text message to the owner of that car if it and the message is like this. I've seen the message. If it happens again, we're gonna pull over your car and take your car, and you have to pay some fine.
So they're forcing the driver now to enforce it.
Exactly, and that's why like services like Uber, we do not have Uber. The Iranian version of Uber is called Snap. So when they have like they're taking this Uber, the Uber driver will have to like tell people where you're her job because I don't want my car to be pulled over, and see how much chaos this thing is gonna happen and how much under pressure women are, even by like taking a simple Uber in under this regime. You know what I'm saying?
It's awful.
You gotta love how. There's also some technology that people didn't even know exists to jam Starlink from either China or Russia that we had never seen before, and yeah, you gotta love that the Russians and the Chinese are just like, here's all the super high tech stuff that we use to oppress our people. So enjoy.
Yeah, and talking about that, back to the protests, something that I heard that I did, like this regime is so corrupted and devil and like so many bad things about it. But sometimes you hear something, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know they were that bad. So one thing that they're doing is that when people go get the bodies of their loved ones, the government asks for money. The money for those bullets that were used to kill their loved ones.
What the hell?
And the money is like
insult.
so much. Yeah,
it's just
like
an insult,
hundreds of dollars. Yeah, like, or they have two options. They either need to just like pay the money to get their body, or they have to sign something that said this guy was part of like, I don't know, Basij or IRGC or these kind of things. So they're gonna show like the people around the world that our people are like security forces are getting killed, not the random people.
That's evil. I mean, that's really just evil, and especially when people are struggling so hard, the insult of forcing them to pay for the bullets specifically.
Exactly. That's why many people signed that thing and saying like this was a security forces.
Mom. So guys, the least we could do is just spread the word. Talk about it, share something, let people know that what's going on there.
Yeah, because I have realized this, like since like we Iranians, there are millions of us who have immigrated from that country, maybe like, I don't know, 5 to 6 million people. And all of us are just like doing this and sharing these kind of things. And that's why, for example, there was like a conference today that they cancel somebody from the regime just because all this pressure that we're putting on the national media. So these kind of things are not useless as long as you are your voice of Iranians who do not have any voice right now. There is a huge blackout there. You're doing so much for us, and I really appreciate it.
That's it. There you go. That's the least we can do. One last thing. Trump keeps saying that like they stopped the killings and stuff. Is that true to what you've heard? If you've heard any updates from friends recently?
Actually, they're so in their ideology, they have something that they can lie in certain situations. I do not believe them. Okay, they can even like have executed people and not telling others. Okay, but based on what I've heard, yes, they have stopped it, and it's only because of Trump have said it. But it's so weird that they are literally saying we had 800 people waiting to be executed, like 800 people, and at the same time they're saying we haven't killed these 12,000 people. If you haven't killed them, then how are you executing 800 people in one day, and you have stopped just because Trump has said that? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's just there's evil happening, and let's just do what we can. Let's share the word, and I think you've done a great thing calling in here and turned it into something really good. And I really actually really enjoyed talking to you, and I'm glad you're here in America, and I'm very, very happy that you're here and you're succeeding, and and you're raising awareness, most importantly. I know you have some kind of survivor's guilt, but the good thing is that you're here and you're able to spread the word, right? Talk out to a lot of people who need to hear it. So I think it's good that you're here and able to spread information.
Yeah, I agree, and thank you so much. And like, again, the first message that I sent you was like, I'm just coming to bring awareness, because people of Iran are just like being so neglected because of some other reasons, because of some other countries, other like ideologies, and some people are just saying anyone who support Iranians are not doing right or something like that. There's just so many things going on, and we are just like losing our lives. So this was the least that I could do, and I really hope that it gets better and we Iranians find the freedom. And I wanted to appreciate you as well to give me this opportunity to talk about Iranians as well.
Well, listen, we're in touch now with DM, so if there's anything you ever want to say or share, hit me up, and you're welcome back anytime, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ethan.
And thanks, Stevie, for putting us in touch, too. You guys are great.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys.
All right,
I
man.
hope you have a great day.
All right. Thank you.